Oh na 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 na. Say the way them be left the power to murder, not to say it. Plenty youth they smoke and go mad. Try they not to say me there. The way this mommy they talk, the other mommy not to say me there. The way politics them spoil we try they I say not to say me there. The way mother they fly plenty, the other part not to say me there. The way this mommy they talk, the other mommy not to say me there. The way them be left the power to murder, not to say there. But not to so be there. 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 Pulling back politics, fight each and every day. Not to so we been there. Not to so we been there. DJ box the battle, can get on my and my brewer. Not to so we been there. Not to so we been there. Push out on board, the travel run, come back and village people not the get chance. Not to so if I the mommy they dance that TikTok and people want talk. Una left and I saw you one day. Green and red been the bind, green and red been the dine. But now not to so it there. When we start the drive, glass teens they up, the voters they suffer. Not to so for day. The mommy getting artists, the pa getting artists, the other pa getting artists for day. You know for talk show then quick for jail you. Violate your rights, bro. Not to so you have been there. 2023, I wonder how you go there. Now before you get job, before somebody say that. Not to so be there. 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 Listen, governor for make investors run away. We for encourage them not to show you been there. Kai Kamara one coach John Kista. Paddy play football sets much not to show you been there. You want talk plenty, you not score plenty. You don't crest, not to show Kalom been there. Baby big said they cheat but not to show a day. I not say not to all been there, not to show be there. But and see God there we must sell like how been there. And now been there we must stay like how been there. The way this mommy they talk, the other mommy not to show be there. The way them be left the power to murder, not to say there. But not to so be there. 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 Y'all know Senator Salon Day, not to show me day. The way our Salon be day today, not to show you day. Woo! What da? Bojo, crying out, baby. It's your mark. The guy will die, will smile. Red flag, baby, all day. Woo! Leon, one love. Alright? Take the challenge. Tell man and say not to show for day. Not to show salon for day. Alright?
Alman on the mix.
Favorite rapper, King Boss. The voice of the voiceless. I'm here.
Greetings, comrades of the APC. Today, now the 11th of December 2022. This is now the APC online TV platform, and me and our comrade Owan Kasu. The time now 3 minutes past 7 o'clock in Freetown and the UK. And of course, we get the co-host of this wonderful program with our comrade Sweet Bonita. Sweet Bonita, come live, please. Make everybody hear you.
Good evening, comrade.
Good evening, Sweet Bonita. Hope you're doing well from where you are.
Perfect.
Always very perfect. Well, of course, Today, as I say, this is the APC online TV platform and now the mouthpiece of the diaspora. As we all know, inside the APC, waiting they happen right now. Um, we did on registration and verification of membership as per the orders of the courts. We did within the time frame within give for make we conduct with registration and verification of membership, and after that we dey go into the elections we then call the lower level elections. Now all the wards them na the country, and then we go for go into the constituency elections, and then we go for go into the district and regional, then we go for go into the national. But within this period between now and the 19th of January 2023, we for don't conclude and we for don't get with flag bearer. So we as APCNs, we dey make sure say we follow this, and this platform they follow these activities and these events that will take place as then they go, and we dey update now on a daily basis on waiting they happen, with regards to the activities them across the country and of course the diaspora. I want to welcome we comrades that wait on the view. So, Sweet Bonita, if you can welcome some of the ones that don't begin to join me already, make we start the show.
Good evening, comrades. We are so grateful some of you are joining us on our YouTube page and some of you are on our Facebook page. So thank you so much. Isatu, good evening. Samuel, good evening. And also we have our technical room at the back. We also have Junior Cagwell, good evening. And Joseph Sandy Moore. Well, is one of us anyway. Good evening, JS.
Thank you for joining, comrades. Please help us to share this platform so we could get people guests them with the coming for make them can understand what in the happen. We get a guest also today. We will join me very soon. Not come yet, but very soon they will join me. Then we go able for start for discuss with them. But as we all know, the current situation of the party right now, I'm sure a lot of us know say we did on this registration, and there were messages going round for advise everybody we want contest for the lower level executive membership or executive positions them by Monday or Tuesday when at the deadline, then for don't pay the nomination fees. The nomination fees not too much now for make people and just adhere to the criteria them before then contest, and also everybody get for register. You go for day you register, you pay your money, then give you receipts, then of course you be able for register and get the rights for vote for who that's not the candidates or aspirants who you want in a particular position right across the country. And then they do this on a how you call them? They do this on a daily, on a I would say simultaneously across the country. All the wards them the same day, na they do am. So somebody no go come on one side of the country, then you go join at the other side of the country, for go votes and stuff like that. So we don't get we guess where they come in, adjust the cam, put them in now for invite them for make you go say hi to we and the comrades them. Of course, we topic today what we get now one way very, very important for we elections come 2023. The topic now about we people them we get for decide we elections, the fate of we government for 2023. And let me do recently a registration. The registration for give the people the eligibility for make them votes come 2023. And inside we party, of course, we get we representative then within the APC, where they represent we. Now this one whole registration process. And of course, we all know say for win an election, Now the process of the electoral process, now the key, now for be transparent, now for be the key for the elections for let it become a credible, free and fair elections. But so far, we don't begin to see a lot of problems, discrepancies, and gerrymandering activities by the government or by the institution we don't call the ECSL, where it don't clearly show from the time when they do the registration that then people here so they're not there to anything good for the country and for these elections. So as far as many comrades them concerned, then talk say these elections process they don't already rig am. And if they rig the election process, it means say they don't rig the election itself. Well, APC cannot afford for they na a situation usai we they follow a process we na a rigged process and will not try to stop them. So the question we get now today, na a question where they ask say, can APC stop ECSL from rigging the electoral process? That is the question we get. Can APC stop ECSL from rigging the electoral process? With we today, we get one of the people them where for every by-election we'll get na salon. This man always did for represents the APC, for pick out the crooks and the rigging where these SLPP governments depart. This man don't stand tall in our country on behalf of the party for make sure say electoral processes then are done correctly and prudently for we party and also for we country. This man, a very strong member of the APC, was a former minister, was a former chief of staff, and of course, he's one of the representative them as the committee where they represents the APC, now the ECSL. He's no other person but Dr. Richard Conte, current flag bearer aspirant for the 2023 elections for the ticket of APC. Welcome, Dr. Richard Conte. Over to you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Kasu.
Thank you very much and welcome. And we get them where they already come inside the platform. They joining small. We are welcoming them and we are making sure that we get enough for make them be part of this conversation. We want to tell you plenty thank you, and for now we want to ask the simple question. The simple question now that can APC stop ECSL from rigging the electoral process? Over to you, Dr. Richard Conte.
Yeah, I know they see the video they work, but anyway, make answer the question.
Yeah,
yes,
they see
APC can stop ECSL from rigging the electoral process. Evidence to that is the fact that when they attempt for system, we don't go to Supreme Court and attempt for stop them because the intent for introduced that for rig the elections even before we go to the polls. We all over the years through different by-elections and the outcome of them in constituency 110 we stop them. They make 3 attempts for rig in Koinadugu. They attempt for rig the elections, we stop them. In Samaya Bay, we stop them. So yes, APC can stop them, and I believe say as APC will get the right to stop them even in 2023, and we go employ the right strategy if only it's APCians ready for work as one, respect and stop the manipulation and attempts even internally electoral process in favor of one candidate or the other. I think if we
Okay.
do the right thing, we think we're able to stop SLPP from rigging, and we will win the elections.
Okay, I go tell you say these elections here. Now I go describe them as the creme de la creme of all elections we don't get in the past. By elections, then of course, we don't see where APC UNA do very well for stop them, but there are other elections when we then get away with quite blatantly. One of them one of the ward level, I think for chairperson or something like that, and town calling by elections and other places them where them the older elections than they then figures them, then clearly rig them despite una protests, for make them come and clarify some of the anomalies them and some of the discrepancies them in the figures when they add digits them where they're not supposed to add, then get away with them. So this way are the creme de la creme of all elections. How guaranteed, provided you they rely on the APCs then, because you are one of the people who don't put forward for make sure say you pick out some of these bad things the way they happen, what they can do.
Yeah, I believe say those examples where you mentioned clearly rigged the elections, and we handle the technical level at the field exposed that in Kwenadugu for Ward 155, I think so, 150. They exchange numbers and the rigger, and we expose them. I think waiting being there in terms of moving the challenge forward. I think we don't allow time for belief say they can do anything and get away with it. 2023 will be different. You see, we have a new leadership, and it will be a leadership where we go bite, and it will be a leadership we're not going to allow anybody for just ride over. We will also ensure say we employ a strategy. We go allow we within 24 hours to make the outcome of the elections. We will also employ a strategy to ensure say we get to people that realize that we go out and vote, and we will ensure say we get a strategy. We will ensure say we protect we vote. So anybody where they think say they can rig the 2023 elections, they make it because we will go into these elections red and ready, and we will win those only if we are ready and united as a party to do so.
Okay, we did talk about Sweet Bonita then also today with we on the platform. Of course, it depends on listen, it on the background at the moment, but it can come in at any time. Ready if you get any thing for highlights from the audience, from the one that they view, and then instead of putting your opinion inside. You did talk about if we get unity, if we get come together as a party, waiting at the divide at the moment, waiting at the problems we get within the party, we go hinder we progress in terms of winning this election. What are you actually insinuating or what highlight?
First hindrance, now the attempt, now the way in which the IT EMC they go about with internal electoral process so far. There's too much secrecy, and then it's like then they in a direction where we never even understand. We know even as the operative, somebody don't play leadership role in electoral matters for the party, and not get a clue EGC or the TIEMC intend for do. We just see a press release, send out one. This week they send a second one. We don't know which of the two for belief, but we don't see a Tuesday a deadline for people there for filing in the nominations. They become candidates and therefore don't pay in by Tuesday. I mean, they feel saying that all man the social. They feel saying that all man, the man in Sofia, the man in Yifing, the man in Kadanso, the man in Kukuna. How will they get this information? How? I mean, it's get for be transparent, and they get for be inclusive. Then they, for example, propose say, then go do all elections for ward committee on the same day. 149 wards. On the TIEMC, when then they conduct the election, 25 people. So how they intend for elect the other people who go conduct these elections in those other wards, nobody knows. And except them and their cronies. I don't think say right with the ECSL. There's the political parties liaison committee. We say all the discuss some of these strategies and agree on something. It's not happening with us. They go do elections in one day all over the country. Who are going to conduct these elections? Who selected? How will candidates aspiring for positions be monitor the process, for observe the process, for ensure say it's transparent? About cards being printed, cards not being printed, cards being distributed, cards not being distributed. About transparency, there's no clarity. And the outcome of an electoral process as the process itself. So if then they open up for make we as kill ourselves a part of the process, they think they just a law down on we like that, I'm gonna forget issues with the outcome because we feel say the outcome is rigged from the get-go. So get them right, we don't forget an open and transparent process that therefore involve everyone. No, what's happen. Don't say we fear anything or we hesitate about any part of the process. The rumor mill is fully loaded, and I think say it will be leadership help for minimize these tensions, minimize these doubts by take we through a process where we all feel we have a part of and where we all contact happening, and I'm worried about that.
Okay, you don't raise some really important parts them we get for do with we own internal electoral process for make we get with substantive members them where they all key positions them we go get for votes for una where they aspire for the top level positions then at the country. And if this process here so it kind of like too closed up, you not think say now the urgency of the situation where the court put we through for us to certain exercises, then we really, to be honest, for a whole country and the diaspora for make they're able to do something within a short period of time. You know, things that the court
That
gets
is
really
precisely why it helpful for make we all go to come together. Let me understand. Not a secret society with the wrong. Like a political party, it has stakeholders. Just because you have been put
you
in
refer
a
yourself, you regard yourself as one of the stakeholders, right?
Yes.
Okay, if you are one of the stakeholders, if you are one of the stakeholders, you are also an aspirant. If they involve you in the electoral process for put people in a position them, you come in there, you influence, you go able to influence some people them. We go into that process.
You're getting it wrong. You're getting me wrong. I know they say, but I know what they happen.
Oh yes, of course.
I know how we get for go be with commissioners. I know who are these people. I for be allowed for monitor the process. I for be allowed for observe the process where they go on for ensure say it's credible. This is standard process need for happen. But if everything is shrouded in secrecy, no problem. And then the chip cards, it will surprise you for no say the so-called database of APC. I mean, not the day. So it means if we go contest, how that is possible? Based to PPRC, they submit 8,000 members. By the time they submit database to ITG to 63,000, how the figure go from 84,000 to 83,000? And there are all of these rumors about we all know. We get people them, we all pay for cards to be printed. Nobody knows where those cards are that we paid for. Nobody knows anything about it. Call we get for let know how we go for move forward for address these issues, and they just rush to this thing. We had in the world before not address these issues, and this are the problem where I believe some of us don't decide now for come out and talk. We don't keep quiet for too long, for too long, and this nonsense has to stop. Then therefore realize say we don't invest with time, with resources, with everything into this process. We want a transparent and credible process. If I lose respectfully. And me saying if after a free, fair, transparent and credible process, the members of my party, other than me as the leader, me will be the first person who will grab and congratulate the person and in the interest of my party. But when they see, say there is a deliberate for rig the process from the get-go, I think say there are, and already we don't call for a meeting with the PPRC. We are meeting with the PPRC hopefully tomorrow. We not go sit down and keep quiet and see people and they leave and say, "Oh, work oxy." Not work oxy. We love our party. We are concerned about our party. We want the right, and therefore we don't call for meetings with the ITGC. They refuse to meet with we. So we go to the PPRC meeting. Let's see how we can address these issues. But we believe, say, we are all stakeholders, and when we know what they happen, it helps for make we feel a bit more relaxed and comfortable. The keeper in the secret will hear all of these rumors out there about what they happen, and I think, and we believe, say, the need for address these issues if we really mean well for ourselves as a party.
Okay, comrades, wanna continue for share. Sweet Bonita, you been at the platform. Yourself for coming for ask one or two questions or for way into this discourse. This now Dr. Richard Conte, they represent the APC for this electoral process where they go on. And of course, there's a lot of concerns that we get as a political party. But at the moment, we are discussing the internal process, because this is not the apparent thing where they happen, the activity where APC they do right now, and they talk about, the process is not really open. They need to inform them, they need to get them involved as stakeholders then for make sure that the process is done properly in terms of registration of members and verification of cards. Do you think, Dr. Richard Conte, we get time, in as much as given that the courts don't give you some kind of short period for do this thing, the time which they talk so very, very important, because every party, every stakeholder feels satisfied in an electoral process. That's why you are there representing the APC, fighting for make everything will be free and fair. They feel aggrieved now that they're doing things and they're not informing you as a stakeholder. How much time you think we get realistically for make sure say all these things are done prudently before we lower level election starts?
Owen Kasu, nobody is for do all the elections in one day. Nobody is saying that. But I'm saying we need for know that the elections there. So let we not end up with just a list to say we don't go to election and the people then. We will first start elections on Monday. Up till today, we will not know whether they get for big elections. They will not know whose side in the ward. The ward in a big place. So they never get for go do the elections. Up to today, nobody know. And when will we know where in the wards they will conduct this election so that people are going to be mobilized to those centers? Bad experience in 2021 in the run-up to the convention, wherein they just prepare lists for every constituency. So that they can no more than choose some obscure locations for some of these for come up with lists, tell the people and this. We all see what happened in Makeni. It was all managed because we wanted a new constitution. But this time, the stakes are different. The stakes are not the same. And so we will not keep quiet. I think, say, if fair. We believe, say, if we not get time for whatever, every step where they go, una call we, una brief we. I think, say, we deserve that. We deserve for no. Let me just know. Don't keep on 2 days as if this thing are just inside your house with the one. How can you give 2 days for register for many people submit application disqualified? And they understand, say, other people have already, they don't do their own applications, they don't do their own processing, they just they wait for go do finishing. Other people have from the get-go. How is that possible? We don't even know whether that press release is credible. How would we know? Take press releases whether they use the signature of the people where they are the ITGC, whether it is a genuine one or not a genuine one, whether it is how we know when they're not called a meeting and present until we know. Because last week we come out, the rest of don't come out. What are the chances that we don't come out tomorrow? We'll be able to ensure that all of these issues are addressed if you are a bit more transparent. Not a secret society will be run. Now, a political party say they have to be transparent. They should let us know what is happening. Just so information. That's all we're asking for. We need credible information because they ask us, they want. I cannot tell them anything, and it's not good. If I will respond to people, then what about Sarai the village? I don't think it's right. We are the ones who they cry, but when they treat each other, it's also not very helpful. And we I believe say they underpin the problem so they get inside the APC. We say we for learn for respect each other inside the APC. We for learn for value. We for learn for get an open and transparent process where right now, me personally, I don't know about others, I don't get confidence in this. I say tomorrow we are raising the matter up with the PPRC and we'll take it up from there.
So what you not expect PPRC for do for now?
We don't know. But they are the supervising institution for raise these concerns to them.
So at the moment, as you speak, you're not satisfied, you're not happy. If PPRC say this is not a committee formed by a court, and they can only advise, they cannot regulate a committee. And the process where the committee don't start with, so make them go ahead and finish them, make una go engage with the committee. Which other action una go take?
I don't know. But I not think say that is helpful. As a party, we were able to handle the issues internally. But if they refuse to talk to engage with we, they refuse for share information with we, what are the options available to we?
Okay. Sweet Bonita, you don't listen. You got any questions for Dr. Richard Conte and the audience? Them RDC comrades, then don't join me. Prezo Song, J-Man, Tambanano, Chairman, and others. Over to you, Sweet Bonita.
Oh yeah, one other thing, I was very happy when I heard Doc saying, well, he will be happy to congratulate anyone that wants after the whole process have gone through. But again, he says he was a stakeholder. So I'm a bit concerned as a stakeholder. I'm sure he's aware of our court situation at this minute. We had 21, and then now we had 25 people that are still in the process of bringing our party in unity. But one thing he said was, oh, he's not sure if the press release that came out, if it's legit. I think the only legitimate or the only signature that we can see that we are not part of that 25 man or the 21 man. The 21 man was Abdul Kabul. So any press release I see and mostly he tweet them, so I know it's legit. But again, I'm sure Doc also is part of the what's it, the Big Six? I think that's how it's called, Big Six. So I'm sure he should know the process that those 21 man or 25 man are going with. Is it like, for example, one of the viewers are asking, is it like he's not really trusting the 25 man that have been committed to do this? Is it because he's not friends with them? Because at the end of the day, I don't know anyone there. I know them as comrades. That's where it is. And again, the list of him saying, oh, the date is very short. We've been waiting for this day. So if anyone wants to go for any position, you should have been ready. So every time they give us or any date they give us, you should be ready to submit your applications or whatever requirement you are supposed to submit. You're supposed to be ready with it, because we don't have time as a party. That's for sure. So if we all know we don't have time, all we're waiting for today is the deadline, go and submit. We do it because we all want to go to convention. Because with all those lower level, we are aiming for the convention. Convention is what will take us into 2023 elections. So if we are not ready within ourselves, then what are we doing? We're literally wasting time. And I don't think we have that as a party on our side. So if anyone that have been aspiring or thinking to aspire for any position, you should have your application. And I'm sure, again, when it comes to the membership, if you have your receipt that you've paid, I don't need an ID card. I have my old ID card that has run out. So I'm sure we can use those ID cards to say, I am a registered member and I'm a full-up payment member with my receipt. Because remember when they were going to court, the first time I saw a receipt for Sylvia was, oh, I've paid, so now I can go to court. So if you've paid to the standard that the IGCC have agreed that people should pay, the 5 years, if you have your receipt, then you should not have any issue. Because having an ID card right now, it's not available. It's absolutely not available. And if he says you should hold or you are waiting for your ID card, then I don't think people will be taking part. That's for sure. It's just like when we are saying go into election 2023. If you have registered, you have your slip, that should be your ID card. Because like for me talking, my name is wrong already on my registration. But I will not say because of that I'm not going to vote. I will use that same slip. I took it there. And I have two slips to say I first registered, this is my correct details. And the second one, they made a mess up, which was the same thing they were just supposed to copy. So all we need is our receipt to say we have it, we can go and register. You have your old ID card. And I'm sure, as you said, you are a stakeholder. You should have an old ID card that says you are part of APC and you're an APC member and you have your receipt to say you have paid. So I don't think that should be an issue. We should be able to find ways how to move forward.
Okay, well, make I add small thing today, Doctor.
Let me help you here.
Doctor, make I just
Let me
add
address
small
the first issue about signature. We have seen press releases that are of people and they have said they did not sign it. My signature was forged 2014 and I lost my job for it. Where somebody just took my signature from a document and it can be done very easily. So just because a signature on it does not make it authentic. There should be another way. So, but that is phase one. The second issue, it is not about me. I can go with my documents and verify and ascertain. It's about how do we ensure and franchise the base of the party. I am privileged. I'm in Freetown. The guy in Sophia, if you understand Sierra Leone, the geography of Sierra Leone, to move from to verify your document will cost you over 300,000 or 200,000 leon to old leons. Where will Kalfala from that village get that money to come and do it? We don't have the structure for in our party where we had executives in the districts. So who is going to do it? So we have to acknowledge that we do not have time. Because we do not have time, we have to agree on a process that will be able without complicating it further. So what I am saying here is that I'm trying to adopt will disenfranchise the vast APCians across the country, including APCians in the diaspora. When they want to agree on a process to move forward, they have to make it so that we all agree and we all are at the same level of information, and we all move on it and make it. I'm not saying that I do not have a card. I have my card, even though in their database, the database we have is not credible. The database moved from 863,000. If you read the ruling of the PPRC, the report from the PPRC, they raised those concerns about how that thing happened, and therefore they said those things should be verified. When we met with the ITGC previously, we advised them. We said, I was part of the 21-man committee. We knew that we were going to have problems with the database. Had acknowledged that the database is not credible. He had acknowledged that it's a card for everybody. He acknowledged it. So clearly we had a challenge. Therefore, with open primaries, we were able to get stuff. Any other means would have allowed us to go to convention. At the time we went to convention. So we are saying, don't have time, then let us come together and agree on something that works for everybody. 16, on these membership cards, which they themselves have acknowledged, TRC has insinuated that they have challenges. How did they go, if you read, how did they move from 8,400 to 63,000 during a period when they were not allowed to issue new membership cards? During that period, it moved that way. Have these challenges, and so therefore, in trying to address those challenges, the process. But we are hearing all types of rumors, and that is worrisome.
Okay, and just a quick one, Owanka, so before you come in quickly, we still have an executive. The only ones that were dissolved were the chairman. So the deputy and the rest executive are still in functionalities. So as a stakeholder,
interpretation of the reality. That's your skewed interpretation of the reality
for the election.
It is not correct. Sorry, that is not the reality on the ground. Sorry.
Okay.
That is not the reality.
The old thing now, so waiting we don't observe now. So
no executive, no executive country, none. Even in the Western area, no executive is functioning. None is functioning.
Okay. Waiting me don't observe now, so Dr. Richard Conte, now that we get an election where I will call the creme de la creme elections for 2023, where we're very, very concerned about. Already the electoral process going to that elections, we are not happy at the way the situation is. A lot of Sierra Leoneans have been disenfranchised because of the process where the people also apply. And you are one of the people that really represent the party. And for make we reach day, for make we able for get we people them registered, make them get them registration voters card for go vote for 2023. We as a political party, according to you, therefore come together first and make sure so we own processes them correct and right. So before we reach to the 2023, already we have an internal problem where you are not happy with as a stakeholder. And if this you feel aggrieved at this time going forward to the elections, there is a danger that we party go day in disarray come 2023. This is my own concern with against Nayaso. You're right to say the process for be open, transparent, and then for involve stakeholders in all of this. But with regards to the press release where they talk, say one press release they come out today, then the other one will come out tomorrow. You don't know which one is verified. According to what me understand, I see a press release. I call for confirm that press release day. They say yes, now them actually prepare them, but it's a working document. They did work on them, not confirm it. So I think say then make some improvements on them, then make some changes or make some addition into that press release day before them put them out now with the final one and come afterwards. You see, but you concerned about the one the way they now
you just don't confirm the worry. You just don't confirm me why a draft document for get to the public domain.
Well, this is the thing. Social media.
They
put another forum then. When they put another forum them for make them work on that document, somebody feel say now a completed document, pick them up, is share them. So these are concerns
even among them. So in essence, you are saying even among them, they not get it. So if even among them, they not get the same level of understanding, 20 educated people, they not get the same level of understanding. What do you expect for a billion people?
Well, obviously, they not get the same level of understanding because these are people brought together by different individuals ordered by the courts. So some man then tell us they bring 7 people. Then tell the other man say bring 7 people. Some of them do not sabi each other. They don't sabi each other. They never meet from Adam. They just seem no more for see a common ground between themselves as APCians. So most of them working together there don't even trust each other. So this is the dilemma we find ourselves as a party.
No,
you see,
Owen Kasu. These are two different things we are talking about. A committee, and the judge says they should take their decision by simple majority. What that presupposes, therefore, is that they would meet, would agree, and then they move forward. So in that process, therefore, this document is what we have agreed upon, and therefore should go out, agreed upon, and therefore should not go out. You should know that. It has nothing to do with into the committee. No, nothing to do with that. It just has to do, even amongst them, according to you. That is not from me. According to you, even as no transparency. And I am informed one of our colleagues went in of the ITGC and the TIMC on Thursday. They asked for a meeting, and we were about to go there. They couldn't find them, so he went to their meeting and asked to speak. So when he spoke to them, that when they informed the chairman of the ITGC, Tuesday is the deadline for the registration, or for, he said he's not aware. So you see, these types of, so it means even the chief of the ITGC, according to our colleague, I will not name him now, but I can, had the chairman of the ITGC say he was not aware. Saying here is that if even amongst them, 21 people, there's no transparency, what do you expect now for the rest of us who are not there? So I'm saying, as much as possible, to have a transparent process. As much as possible, an inclusive process. As much as possible, let them allow us to have in the process, so that we will be confident in the outcome. That's all. Whatever the outcome will be, at the end of the day, we will all respect it, and then the best interest of our party. Everybody knows that sacrifices for this party. We want the party to win. Some of us have suffered at different levels, even when APC was in power, but it's worse now. Power. We have suffered. We don't want that to continue. We want APC to come back, whether I am in phase 2. That is not my interest. What is important is that we work towards coming back. But in doing so, let us ensure that we avoid anything create unnecessary problems that would give us a repeat of 2018. We don't want a repeat. Let us learn from the mistakes of 2018 and ensure that it. And that's all I'm saying. I'm just simply raising out these issues. I know that tomorrow they're going to hire their surrogates to insult my mom, like they've been doing. I know that. Next 1 2 weeks, they will insult me, but I don't care. Let them insult. But I believe the truth needs to be said. If I can say the truth of the day, I don't see any reason why I cannot say the truth to the TIEMC or to the. I am calling for is more transparency. All I'm calling for is more respect. For is better sharing of information. And I'm saying that let them acknowledge the realities of our context. Sierra Leone is not that sophisticated in terms of internet access for you to something on social media. Everybody should know about it. It does not work that easily. Sierra Leone is difficult terrain. And so if you want to share information, you don't just put it on social, the whole country gets it and everybody acts on it immediately. Up to this interview, right? I'm missing some calls. I'm sure they are asking me questions. There are people calling to ask because I know nothing. And I don't think it's very helpful. And Tuesday is the deadline. People should be paying to me. People don't have the information. They just hear snippets of information here and there. So it's not about me. Me, I'm fine. Tomorrow I'm going to the party office with my receipts, my party card. My own will be regularized. It's not about me. Understand? I'm not worried about my own. My called Abdul Kabo. I've spoken to him. He has told me Aaron is in charge. I'm going to call Aaron tomorrow. I'll clear mine. But how many other APCians have Aaron's number, of knowing Abdul Kabo's number, of being able to drive into the office of headquarters and have their issue regularized? How many? So that is it's a legitimate concern.
Yes, indeed. It's a legitimate concern. But I'm not sure whether I would outrightly cast the blame heavily on the committee, because I want to be realistic now. So, the courts don't stifle with progress massively, and we get to face that reality there. We are working.
So enough for share information. So
no,
enough for share information.
Shared.
Share information.
If information should be shared, and one of the easiest medium for making information spread quickly in social media. To be honest with you, now one of the places where information.
How many people are there?
Well,
how many people are there?
There you go. You could also go around the country, but how much time you get for go around the country for spreading information or for going to radio? You can use the radio, and also the TV and social media. These are all mediums that were available for making the message reach to all the way of them. But in as much as we have all those at our disposal, we still think the time where we get enough, the information no go always reach people them, now them villages them. Some villages then they inside the constituency decide they will come out Sanda where coverage not the day. Coverage not the day. So how people in a particular ward, a whole section, not they get that information there. This is the problem.
Thank you.
Like who's asked you also, me said they get the same problem. They get phone call them every single 10 minutes, 20 minutes, different calls them they get. Because people they want to know what to go on. So what do do? I dispatch people then from Freetown for go inside the villages them, for go talk to them, for go take them pictures them, for go give them assurance for say them which are going to be done. So you don't go take all information them for be and kind of Freetown for can do. These are all things where we try for do just for let we mitigate the strict deadline of the court. To be honest with you,
we are doing
we are doing we are doing
you are talking about one constituency and Castle.
Exactly.
I'm talking about 130.
You're talking about the whole country.
I'm talking about 132 constituencies. It's not fun.
It is.
It's not fun.
It is.
And all I'm saying, on Castle, we have a way to try to get these things addressed. Make no mistake about it. I'm just from a tour of the country, and as I was going around, I was bringing full information. I know from the ITGC, because I think I have a responsibility to also make sure that we disseminate information, and we are doing it. But I don't have it. I cannot give it. And all we are saying is that if going to say everybody all over the country register, they said write a letter, they did not say fill a form, go to the bank, pay, and bring the receipts with your application for you before ever you are considered as, and you have only 2 days to do all of that. Hey, Owen, in the shoes of the guy in Masofia. Put yourself. That is why of December to have started this process. That is why the ruling came some weeks or so before the 5th. So why did they have people 2 days? Why didn't they straight away get to work and then you say, sometimes we make simple. We make simple things necessarily complex. It's not a big deal. We did it before. I coordinated the elections all over the country in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, all over the country. But we did not do it simultaneously all over the country. No, we did it by regions. Because the committee was small. So now that the elections have to equal that, but now it's at the world level. So it means every constituency times 2, 3, times 4, some even times 6. That is why we have 449 against 132 constituencies. It means on average it's about 3 wards. But we have in the constituency, we have some constituencies that are only 2 wards. So we have those. So it's a real. I'm not underestimating the challenge the ITGC. I don't envy them at all because I've experienced it. So that is why some of us have given them genuine pieces of advice on personal experiences, having served on previous 21-man committee. And so, for whatever reason, they don't listen to us. They don't accept the advice piece of advice. That's where we are. We have a real challenge in our hands.
So, Sweet Bonita, you don't hear the deliberation with regards to waiting Dr. Richard Conte, they try for put down also. The engagement with the 21-man committee or the 25-man committee actually it don't get to a stage now Usai probably then don't dispatch to the field for go conduct the elections there or then verification of membership and registration of new members and stuff like that. Now therefore gets for go to PPRC for go complain to PPRC for say they are not getting informed. They need to get information. They need to tell them things the way it's supposed to happen, with regards to the process. And then as stakeholders, these are legitimate concerns. The whole country, this man got to deal with the whole country because now a flag bearer aspirant, he got to go right across the country for inform people there. Within them villages there, where probably coverage not even there. People don't even listen to radio. Sometimes the chief number I'm going to listen to radio. The rest of the people are not going to farm. So these are difficult things for the country. Like he says, Sierra country.
Sorry, 1 minute. Yeah. Let me give you a simple thing. Now they don't dispatch people to go start verification tomorrow. All over the country. Asking for too much to say. Will I be asking for too much if I say when I publish love will be there? Am I asking for too much?
No.
We don't know. We don't know who that get for guide and get for go down. We don't know how they intend for do. Ayeri some biometric registration. My goodness. Next, for do biometric registration, they still not get it right. Who said APC for go all over this country? Who said the money they come out? So if we're going to go through a new process, we go be continuous. Then you just need one every region or one every district, and then you do by a lot. I can understand. But a crash program, we go for require you for deploy in multiple at the same time. We not get the capacity for that. We not get the money for that. So why fool yourself? Why fool yourself into believing that you can do it?
Okay.
It's simply not possible. You see, and some of us with knowledgeable small electoral processes, we shall be small. You know, and so when we not say not possible. So why if people away don't go down and see now listen. So just because you are on one committee or the other not make you an expert. Let we all put ideas together and find the best way forward. You know, then they first start tomorrow. I don't know whether they go Bombali. I don't know whether they go Bo. I don't know whether they go. By that, enough for don't publish the list. Let me know. Enough for don't for go do this here. Enough for don't tell me know. Is that asking for too much? Move from their areas to Kabbalah, from Sophia to Kabbalah. For too much for say therefore don't know. So that they go move for camp. That's so for camp. From Kukuna for camp, Cambia. Am I asking for too much for say for people for them move? How will I be able to facilitate their movement? How? These are the issues.
Well, if not this kind concern you get really for ask for make the information then reach una and reach everybody so that it will be easy for everybody in the country for get this information. I believe say PPRC go really try for help out in reaching out to the chairman of the 25-man committee. Sweet Monitor, I believe say that for be easy for PPRC for handle for the 25-man committee for reach out to the committee and tell them say look, una make sure say una spread out the information, make the information go everywhere, may everybody get this information. You know, think
that's
so.
All we're asking for. That's all.
Definitely, Commander Manka said that is something that we think they need to do if they haven't done it. But I think in this particular format or this particular dispensation, the only way they can do is by their press release. Time is not on APC side.
Even if na press release Bonita showing us the people who have been sent to the various districts, we have not seen it. Have you seen it? Please forward it to me. Have you seen it?
The press release?
Because I have not seen it. She's saying they can do it by press release. Presupposing that they might have done it. So I'm saying if they have done it, please forward it to me. She has my number. So okay. I can also say it. This is something they should do.
Yeah. Let me hope say,
it's not a secret.
Let me hope say PPRC able for summon them guys here so quickly and deal with this issue so amicably without having to stifle our progress again as a political party, because we as the general members then we are really, really fed up. And at this stage,
we interest for stifle anything again. We want to move forward. More pressure for beyond the media and listen.
Yes. Well, good.
They listen.
Good.
They can't wait to the. They don't listen.
We hope nothing that's not happen again going forward. Yeah. Because while you are talking now, there are people who are concerned about court case already. They don't begin to talk, say, hey, we don't want court case again, because everybody don't see.
No. No, court case not go there. Court case not go take me particular court. Never.
Okay. Oh, that's fantastic.
Richard Conte will never. I mean, worst case scenario, they pull hand.
Okay, fantastic.
Not the party.
You're not a gentleman. You're not a gentleman. You're not a gentleman. Anyways, let me come to.
So that's not going to be possible. His hands has been there, so he will stay in it till everything is done. You are not running anywhere.
You don't pull your hand.
He's saying that's it. We'll finish. Then we can think about who wants to pull hand, but now the hand is still remaining there. It's not going anywhere.
No, you go for the day. You go for the day. No popular. That's true. I support you, Sinbolita. Anyways, let me move on to the government, the SLPP. They don't do all they could do. Parliament for bring this PR system. Then bring Kuskas na parliament. Then indict 3 of we honorable MPs them. You know, Usai scuffle take place, throwing objects from one end to the other. Quickly then pull out a report. That report they indict 3 of the opposition members. They don't suspend them without, I don't think if they pay them and stuff like that. So the instrument within lane and parliament supposed to be a constitutional instrument. They lay them as a statutory instrument, the parliament. And if you lay a statutory instrument in the parliament, the opposition need a 2/3 majority for debunk that one day for kick them out. So now that make they use that for make the able for pass them, because the opposition not able to get a 2/3 majority. So the manner in which they lay the documents in the first place was wrong, and then try for stop them. Kuskas up in there, we don't know what happened, but we see videos of serious bouting inside the well of parliament. But this is not the first time it don't happen. We don't see where opposition MPs them, they don't stone them in parliament. The guy for them, if they don't day for some time, ambulance can pick them up and go. We don't see moments them where police them, the other police them, they come inside the well of parliament, can physically brutalize, beat honorable members them within the opposition, kick them out of the well of parliament. But on this particular occasion, they swiftly come out with a report accusing 3 members of parliament and also suspend them. But not only that, they claim say they don't pass the PR system. Now we go use for 2023 election. What thing are you won't take from all of this, Dr. Richard Conte?
Yeah, thank you very much. Sincerely, if there is nothing else, we forgive we reason to work together as APCers. I believe the experiences like this, every reason why we go all out to work together. Or we go all out for avoid to us getting our right person as our flag bearer, guys, and win and save this country from in demise. The film for the 3 MPs, I wish the party or even members of the party for not taking, say they not go without salary at all during this period where they and even the heavy fine where they say that the levy are able to take care of that. But more importantly, we forgo court and try for this. Me and one person where they always say let we go court so that we set the records straight for posterity. We cannot be go to court. At least beggars say we go court, they rule against we. Take we matter seriously. We get a stronger case than per se we not do nothing. That said, on the issue of the PR, we don't go Supreme Court. Been there in front of one of the 5 Supreme Court judges, that some form of engagement will start as early as this week. So we believe, say, then go treat the whole matter with the urgency way, and I believe, say, once the Supreme Court rule, then that decision of Parliament effect, it could be null and void because the Supreme Court will overturn it. So they now rest with the Supreme Court for do the right thing and save this country. Social media privileged for listening to the debate at the ECOWAS Parliament. And other countries, then they articulate the position of the Sierra Leone Parliament. I not see any video where they show how any of opposition MPs then they say anything on that matter. Really, the leader or the speaker will happen the ruling party where they try for defend something where clearly indefensible. But that is as it is, as it is. But I believe, say, the Supreme Court, and I believe, say, then go handle that. But suffice it to say that this step where this SLPP government they try for a wrong, and if you've been privileged for us, where they go at PPF, they say, well, for make the able determine new seats then, because they don't increase the number of seats from 132 in the new parliament. So for make them distribute those seats, they take the average 2015 and the 2021 census, the average, then they use division, so then go reduce some two constituencies from the western area to the area and the east, those types of things. You know, it's so ridiculous. And for MEC, it not remove too many from the stronghold of the APC 135, so that it could just say, we just reduce one, we just add two. That type of wrong. Yes, the president get right do for call for PR system, but it's precedent. Just like where they've been talked about the last time for the midterm, and me that one person will be going, I say I don't get a problem with the president for saying census, but there are procedures, there are legal requirements, there are legal the way you need for do, and if you not do it, it's wrong. And at the end of the day, I feel vindicated because exactly what Abisega for happening, and we don't get a census, we're not credible. Then SSF don't get confidence in the census report. Confidence in that. Why they don't use that as the basis for the delineate constituencies? They cannot push down with throats the PR system. Well, we don't need, because the condition to introduce a PR system are simply non-existent. We're not there at war. Introduced PR system before. In 1996, we were virtually at war. The country was inaccessible. So in fact, in that case, the whole country was taken as the whole country. And then they just say every party can't snap, and then any party will get a certain number of seats. So that's how APC be able to forget in that parliament.
So somebody want to ask a question saying the Supreme Court's way we sort of they hope to. It look like for say the Supreme Court now we last lifeline for this case of using the PR system. And if now the only place we will above for make them call the shots for we in we favor. If now Madabio, the president, now they approve them, now they appoint them, that the Supreme Court judge or whatever, just like how it puts Fisher, like everybody they get that same perception for say it put Fisher there, and we only just realize for say Fisher not be even qualified for practice na Sierra Leone as a judge. Now then this year they say they go approve him na parliament. After all these years, we pass judgments them on we political parties them as well as individuals them. They say that then this year they actually approve Fisher for begin practice na Sierra Leone. This is astonishing for us in the first place. But then the Supreme Court judge, now either they appoint them, either they whatever, give them orders. Are we going to get justice in this judicial system, knowing that we've heard political leaders, they talk about state capture of all we important institutions, them, including the police, the parliament, the judiciary, the attorney general's office, the I call them Sierra Leone, all them institutions that they do not capture all. How we go able to give confidence in this judicial system with the Supreme Court giving us justice?
Well, that is what we have, regrettably. Cannot do otherwise.
Okay.
May still believe
in
the I still believe say them go do the right thing. I still believe say them go from further chaos. Because it's too straightforward, and the international outcry is very and I believe say that they go bring pressure for beer on them. And I know say at the level of the Supreme Court, they're supposed for cannot afford at that level. But do anything, we go set a very bad precedent. Where you did power. And they make law. I'd always say you got to be careful.
Yeah.
Because one day, and because one day they will call you former, be careful with some of the things the way they do, because they might just come back to haunt you. SLPP gets a track record of introducing very hard legislations, very draconian laws. They get a track record of that. But then when now they'll go out of power, and you like even the seditious libel laws. Now them be Brianka.
Yeah.
In Brianka. All at the time they've been introduced all of those things for first APC.
Yeah.
But when they go out of power, the thing begin better there that they come back for Kaenda. They'll go introduce the cyber law. Thinking that's now for you get for come back for hunt them. Now they are introducing the PR system, thinking that it might come back to haunt them, and it might haunt them very badly. So for me, believe it or leave it, the Supreme Court as a planner, we have to prepare for all scenarios. We get for prepare ourselves for all scenarios, including a scenario in which they will bulldoze the usual. We get for beat them at their own game. Even if we get, I pray it does not. But if it gets to that, we get a strategy we go at their own game, and I believe we can. If we all together, I believe they go all over this country, and I believe say of disenchantment, the level of in people in the southeast, which then they consider as their strongholds. I believe if that is translated into votes, the 24th of June 2023, they leave it or leave it as why they ever introduce proportional representation in the first instance. But let the law follow its course. I get confidence as the way to the court. I like content. 1991 Constitution, it was Attorney General, JFK and other highly learned, and they would argue. And let's see what comes out of it.
I see Bonita, I agree with you on this one. Yeah, so we get for beat them and the young game, and we get for prepare for every eventuality when the time come. Because we don't say they don't try for use all sort of strategy them for actually stay in power, and then we don't try for resist. Some of them they manage to get away with some of the things them. Some of them really and truly within at the back foot right now. Are we going for comeback? For level for challenge them. Some of the commentators then I also they talk say, we therefore wait after we convention before we start for really perform, where we don't get we own leadership for able for which. But within the APC, people like now get strategies them, just like you say, how for beat them pan game. So, but at the moment, I'm not sure what you to do in this case for what you all will see so represent APC with the ECSL. Yeah.
Our Castle. Say the national election now just a replica by election in a small locality.
Yes.
So the strategy at the world level or at the constituency level, now we just need for replicate at the national level. And if it has worked at the constituency level multiple times in 2-3 elections, if it has worked, then the lessons where we learn for allow we for improve upon the strategy for make we replicate at the national level. Yes, we can stop the SLPP and the ECSL from reaching. Now, one possible way they even say if they want, may they make President Mada be CEC chair. As long as the voting, they still take the polling station, then they count at the polling station, and give the copies of the RR forms to the political party in hard code. Let we put in place a strategy where they I don't want to talk.
Okay.
More about that. But I believe say at the appropriate behind the scenes, and I believe at the appropriate time we will roll out a strategy. We protect the votes, we get the votes, people out for votes, and the votes of the people go count. And I don't go on record. Within 24 hours of the close of polls, APC they produce the result.
Yeah.
We do them in 2007. Under my leadership, we produced the results within 48 hours. Within 48 hours, 2007. I was not involved in 2012, but in 2007, when I was involved, we produced the results within 48 hours. They run off. I believe, say, with the improvement we don't get in technology, capacity, what we don't get, I believe, say, and that's tell you WhatsApp not be there. WhatsApp not there. Everything was manual. I believe, say, this time with 24 hours on the outer side. And this time we go publish the results and everything by ward, by constituency, by district, by region. Go know the results within 24 hours of the close of polls. God being out.
Okay. Sweet Bonita, what do you think? You don't listen to Dr. Richard Conte with regards to these elections when they come 2023. And of course, I don't see a lot of comments that we guess them, then serve the way into. So yes, welcome them and then tell me what's in your opinion from what you do.
Well, honestly, like we have here from Victor, I think it's Samba Ali says, well, good thoughts, APC members. And again, it says, Doc is one of those true and strong leaders. So that's what it is. This is why when he was saying he's going to remove his hand, I'm like, it's not possible. You stay. We started it, we'll finish it. We are not running anywhere. No, but really, when he was talking regarding us betting SLPP to their own game, this is what every true APCN will have within themselves. Because every time they bring a very bad precedent, it affects them in the long run. And then they will be the first one to start crying. And me, I've said to my people from the South, like, don't smile now because you think they're in governance. When they leave governance, all those bad laws they are making will come back to haunt you. And don't say, oh, APC did this. It's SLPP that is doing it. So be rested. Oh, are you sure? I'm like, well, just look at it. They are implementing it. Somebody else will come to work with it, and it was going to affect you. So it's simple as ABC. But I am really, really happy, and I hope this is what every APC and every opposition will have in mind. With everything bad SLPP are doing, they will regret the very first day when the elections numbers will be called out. Because we also knew when the registration process finished, APC had the result. But they were like, let's wait for them and see. This is why they refused to release those results, because what they were planning, it didn't come in their favor. So this is the same thing is going to happen in election. And I'm sure in the history of Sierra Leone, this was the first time Sierra Leoneans have voted that have registered the highest. And with all their madness in their census, it didn't work. So definitely there is going to be a new dispensation come 2023. No doubt about it.
Okay, let's move on to Dr. Richard Conte with regards to the ECSL, then concerns them. Waiting on a bone of contention with regards to ECSL, the figures the way they pull out right now. Waiting on a concern I don't put forward to them. What do they expect from them?
I think the most serious issues they get to do with the fact, say, a number of names. We also get a situation, if you look at the register, where some personal data about some people, we also observe some people that the passport, the pictures do not come. They don't promise, say, then go and final register they come up. We hope, say, then go do them. We need a deliberate effort for suppress registration. They say if they not be suppress the registration, the figures will be more. And I also believe, say, the reason why they suppress the registration for those the shortcomings of the midterm census too. But even at that, we find out, say, 591,000 people for the elections in the Western area as against 606. Then if that they not enough for make, then just 2021 midterm census, I wonder if anything else there where they, but these are people where just believe, say, they can afford. We don't raise those concerns. We don't ask for an audit of the voters register. In Kenya, they asked for an audit. It was granted before the elections were conducted. We, as a asked for an audit. We don't. The leader in the parliament, Jericho Kodo, for ask an audit. Me don't be part of a delegation. We don't meet with Nami talk on behalf of the party. We don't demand an audit, and we don't what we get with the entire process from start to finish. And another team from the party don't meet with them, including the ECOWAS delegation. I believe is the same issue. So as a party, we believe, say, we don't raise the concerns, will now be discussed with the government for see how best them guys are going forward. But like I always say, APC will not for continue for just a cry. This is what we have. The figures, even as they are, waiting important now. Now, waiting we will get. I say, with the figures as they are, if we adopt and we all united, all man fed this fed as if in survival, if we all put with everything into it, we'll not get runoff first ballot. But key to this process, let we get the Africa, it's all about leadership. The flag bearer will be the leader. And he or she has to lead. If we not get a flag bearer with a proven track record, a flag bearer will understand about elections, a flag bearer will feel better, we can take the battle to these guys and win. A flag bearer we don't demo know waiting it take for stop these guys from rigging and can do so. And sure say we get with results on time, and we don't prove say if we not do that, we think say we go still continue for manipulate experiment. It could be a more daunting challenge for we as a party. I hope say we all don't learn sufficient lessons, and I hope say we all don't know say the need for get a real loyal devoted APC we get waiting it takes and win. So I think say that they critical. That makes some of the raise concerns about a bit of the TI, EMC and the HGC. We just want them to do this to move. Let's get to convention on the 28th. Let we get to a flag bearer, and try to get these guys out as quickly as possible. Because the people are yearning for an APC leadership. They're yearning for it, hated by the day. And I think say we all get a responsibility for put a smile back in this country.
Good. Thank you very much. And this platform actually acknowledge your efforts where you make towards the party, defending the party, representing the party, and being part of this electoral process, and if the party not trust you, if we all not trust you, we're going to complain about your representation that this crucial committee where you did for represent the party in these figures. But also raise an eyebrow because you say even with this figure where we get, we go to that election day and win them without runoff. For me and for a few others, disenfranchising over 250 Sierra Leoneans, particularly in the Northwest.
That was 50,000.
Sorry?
250,000.
250,000, yes. For me, I think say there is more of an agenda by the ECSL. We probably not see it why they're all renting in the, or maybe they're not even old, even more than that. We're not sure. But make we not give them no chance and make we not give them no breathing space until let people and they do an audit of that registration day. And I believe say we go able to achieve that, not so?
Yes, of course. I think say if for this country, the meanwhile with democracy it can. I just clarify this issue. I tell you, there is a strategy that has worked. Go back and analyze and look at the percentage voter turnout for all of them. As the percentage voter turnout in the 2018 elections. Do your analysis, and you will see why I talk confidently. Say not with the right candidate.
Okay, with the right candidate. Wow. Well,
Yes.
You know what? This platform, the APC online TV platform, the diaspora, they plan well, we don't launch a new program where we get a one-to-one pre-recorded interviews with all aspirants. Anybody we want to be interviewed can contact the technical members of this platform, we are Mr. Delwin Thomas or Mr. MMB or even Sweet Bonita or myself for an interview. With the interview, we
Dr.
dey
Denko,
we dey do them on a convenient, yeah, Dr. Denke as well. We dey do them at the convenience of both the platform and the person who will interview. We dey look for a suitable day and suitable hour of the day. We're going for do the pre-recorded interview, and then we dey look for a time during the week or something like that, or weekend where the person feels say this is the best time for them we go live with that pre-recorded interview day. So we go for lunch time, the person go relax and watch himself where they answer in questions them. So it's open to all aspirants. So Dr. Richard Conte, you as one of the flag bearer aspirants then, and the work we don't do for APC, I believe say not to everybody know about it. Some of you then inside your website, they watch which they do and which not, and all of that. But those who are not inside the website for follow you daily activities then, it will be important for make them see which you will get for tell we. So
count me in. Bonita, that what that too.
definitely, Doc. This is why I said you will not pull your hand. Your hand is going to stay in. That's it.
No. I beg, make I clarify the issue. I say I go pull out.
No, pull hand.
I say, I don't go say, me no go ever take APC in a court.
Yeah.
Thing gets to that level where I feel so terrible. I would rather wash and not say at the pull hand.
It's not even going to happen. You wash your hand. Your hand will not be washed.
I not see anything where they go do me, we go make I get to that decision. In this race to the end until the 20, when I know say Dr. Richard Conte will be elected bearer for the APC, and God being my helper, I will APC against the SLPP and give victory to the APC.
But waiting we no one foresee, honestly speaking. Now the number of aspirants them who they come out sporadically, like who we get 2017, we get 28 people that we come out for can contest for this one big position. And people are always asking this question, really and truly, why all of this? Why do not set a criteria for limit the members them, even though people are eligible, but forget so much of a number, big number of people then. And then when
may that not worry you. Oh, Kasu. Labour Party in America been get 20 aspirants with one person. When they go convention, not even vote. The one person they vote for that happen. You see, it's a democracy.
Mm-hmm.
All man believes say he can win. All man assess himself, he believes say he can win. Let's allow everybody who feels a heart to the ring. Make it contest. That is the beauty of democracy.
Okay.
Now, let's allow the process. Many people decide. Let the members of the party decide, so that we all take individual responsibility for the outcome. That is my position.
Okay. Well, Sweet Bonita and Chido Dr. Richard Conte say make we count them in. So we'll go pass the information to Dr. Delwin, Dr. Denke, Mr. MMB for make them take this on board and schedule a time for interview. This might encourage other aspirants them for coming, because we don't get a lot of people that will have a contact. For some reason, the no one come to social media for interview, but for any time we'll call you, you'd always come and talk to we, and we really appreciate that. because this is the sign of leadership, where somebody, go always available, make himself available for kind of the media and talk to people then. And they appeal to people then. Some people then they will not be like you before they can inside this platform here. But when I don't begin which you they say right now, you stands the way you they take, they don't begin to understand with you. Then see say, well, this is a credible and strong man we I think so we need, in the leadership role. So hopefully, you go begin to win hearts them. And God, you never know. Then people have to go influence us alone and get them community side and promoting the sponsor. Then go command a lot of things them we will make changes them, in your favor. So it's always good to talk to the media and engage with public as a public figure. These are the things we need. So sweet monitor, I think say we therefore say thank you to the people that we actually, involved inside this, platform. We get Albert Makoti. Makoti, very nice name. We get Victor Sambali, Tambanano, chairman out there. So please help me for welcome them inside this place, and we really appreciate the involvement. And so we go come call this one a day. We really appreciate.
We have ECSL, Mohammed Mansouri,
Yeah.
and then again we have the mixer, our the mixer, Usman Conte.
That troublemaker. That you call that troublemaker.
It's not. That's my boss. We have Justin Pinkura. Abdullah is my Kamara. We have Issa Tawali and Kadi Monle, Yaya Kamara, Junior Kagbo, Prezo Songa. Always. Thank you so much, Prezo. Usman Conte. These are people we're having, and then we have the Diamond
as well. Wow.
Queen. We have our Royal Diamond Queen, Queen Alicia.
We got Justina A. Bangura as well. Welcome.
Yeah. And we have Loretta Roberts.
Yeah.
So Delwyn Thomas. So definitely this one. We have one from Northern Ireland and the one from Manchester. So we have people from Qatar. Everyone is all over with us. Then we have our
we get Umar Kamara.
Oh
yes.
Yeah.
We get Russell Charles. Wow. Umpape. Umpape. We get Esai Tholi.
Animal.
Samba Ali. We get Albert Makoti, Sanusi Say, Yaya Kamara, Khalid Mia Lead or something like that. I'm not sure what. But not Khalid, not the name anyway.
Yes, Khalid.
Kago, Usman Conte, Prezo Jesong, Jiman.
James Kamara just popping right now. Let me see what Jim's saying. Because this is something that we're
having. Ajanaku. Yeah, oh boy. Anyways, Dr. Richard Conte, you get people that will view you now, so we don't listen to you. We actually resonate with you views them and you stand so we don't take. We want for wish you good luck and a very peaceful deliberation with PPRC tomorrow, hopefully. And we hope say
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we hope say una concerns then will be looked at properly and call the various parties involved for make sure say everybody in Sierra Leone, when an APC person, regardless who's part in the country, get the information, make the information reach them, for make them understand which and which they for do. We all know say the time day of essence, against we. But let we make all efforts for make the information reach everywhere, for many people and be prepared for every activity that they come for, So these are things I think say we all need. I don't think say this is not a problem at all. We, the 25-man committee for finding them difficult for understand or anything like that. So on behalf of this platform, we want to tell you plenty thank you. We want to tell the guests them, the people that we joining, we really appreciate. And this platform day on YouTube, it on Twitter, it on Facebook. We will continue for go una press the follow button. So anytime we come live, una go able for see the notification straight away now on our phone, and then una go watch the programs them. This now the mouthpiece of the APC na the diaspora. Of course, a lot of una go want for see what they happen in the coming weeks, the elections, the way they happen at the diaspora. So some of we get meeting today for ask questions because information they're not very clear. We said go for can ask questions about we own diaspora elections then. We get phone calls them all over the place about these elections. Some people they don't know whether they for who side them for pay, how much them for pay, and all of that, the information that they all we need clarification. So we go for all meetings in the next coming hours for clarify some of the issues. So we'll keep abreast with waiting they happen. So I think see I will go over to you, Sweet Bonita, or make Dr. Richard Conte give you in last few words before we go to you. Okay, so, Dr. Richard Conte, give me your last few words, give me some kind of hopes because we are coming to the end of this year, 2023. Now we're here for make APC come back to power. So you get the floor. Give me what you got for give me.
Owen Castle, thank you very much, Bonita, for this opportunity where una don't give me internal electoral process. We're ongoing and also for talking a bit about the ECSL, the action vis-a-vis the PR system, and what that will mean for the APC going forward. Like I've been saying, APC can win the 3 elections. APC can beat the game. What we need for make that happen, a united party cannot afford any divisions in the party. And we not for anybody, we not for underestimate anybody by a game of numbers. Everybody is important. So as much under the prevailing circumstances, let we try for carry every one way where we go ensure that for make we share information. Let we be a bit more transparent. Just hear the way they tell me about UK and I, it's not even clear to una. So if at una level things not clear, imagine the man from Sanda, how will things we have the challenges. We, as I say, I know the envy the TIT, I know the envy them, I know the envy the TIMC. It's a very difficult task. They are not being paid for what they do. Huge sacrifice, and we only God will bless them. And I have to appreciate them for available for serve. This is not the challenge where we get for overcome together. If we stick together, we work together, we support each other, and as we are individual and collective crusade, we can win together. Let we take away any biases what we get. Let we view things. No stranger, not the contest this time. And we all. They know we track record. They know how we don't do inside. They know when we join the APC. They know how we don't relate with the grassroots. They know how we don't relate stress. The people of Sierra Leone, they know. And they know what need to be done. So many people just allow the people for choose. People and choose. Let we all respect the choice of the people. Together, with 2023 elections, together we can redeem this country to you, the land that we love, our beloved Sierra Leone, a prosperous place. Thank you very much.
That was Dr. Richard Conte, the Mao they call the unifier. Sweet Bonita, over.
Yes, Commander Wankasi. I think one of the viewers was saying Doc was around, but he was never informed, so he missed seeing Doc.
Okay.
So, Doc, next time you're here, you need to let everyone know because people wanted to see you and you disappeared.
Okay.
Really, I would just like to say a very big thank you to Doc because, again, like last week, we did not have the program, but again, Doc made it possible for us to have him this week. So that shows that Doc is a true APCN and is ready to stand for APC at all times. So thank you so much, Doc. And also thank you to all our viewers because without them, there is no way we can have the show week in and week out. And to all our technical team and my boss here, Comrade Owankesu, I would like to say good evening and God bless you.
Thank you, Sweet Bonita. Thank you, Dr. Richard Conte, flag bearer aspirant for the APC and the committee where they represent the APC and the ECSL for the voters registration and the cards them. Of course, challenges then at the party. Of course, we will resolve them. We are getting there. We are juggling on small. By the end of this year into early next year, we for don't resolve all the problems. Them for don't know who don't know we flag bearer. For don't know all we national, officers them and all of that for move the party forward into the elections come 2023 June. We want to tell all the comrades and make them remain, resolute, make them remain confident that with the officers that will get right now in operation with the work on behalf of the party, we get for skill and the support and put the trust in them for make them able for work for the party come back to power. This is not the bottom line. We want to say thanks to all the people that will contribute inside this platform today and with you and with the appeal to Nalona continue for the share. And hopefully Dr. Richard Conte will get them back soon. And we'll go see in one-to-one interview we'll go for we'll do a pre-recorded one and then we send them out, now the platform them all for make everybody view, waiting for tell we about your own leadership, we eager for win your own, flag bearership for 2023 for represent APC and elections. So once again, this is the mouthpiece of the APC UK and I, the diaspora. And for anything that has to do with APC, people that can come now for can talk to we want for tell now all big massive thank you and we'll go end up now also and we say thank you and tata.
I love that
Oh na 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 na. Say the way them be left the power to murder, not to say it. Not to you to smoke and go mad. Try it, not to say be there. The way this mommy they talk, the other mommy not to say be there. The way politics them spoil, we try it, I say not to so be there. The way my dad they fly plenty, the other part not to say be there. The way this mommy they talk, the other mommy not to say be there. The way them be left the power to murder, not to say there, but not to so be there.